going to sew my daughter Hannah a layered skirt, and these are the pieces which I have already cut. This is the top layer, the middle layer, and the bottom layer. The middle layer is about ×2 of the top, and the third layer is about ×2 of the middle. And so let's get sewing. This is the first layer, and I already stitched it up. For the first stitch, it will be a French seam. So now I'm going to the other side and stitch it like this to make a French seam. So this is the first layer, and now we are going to do the middle layer. This is the second layer, and I have already connected the two pieces because it's one whole width of the fabric plus 1/2. This is the second layer, and then this is the third layer, which is two fabric widths, which is 60 × 2, 120 plus 1/2, that's 30 inches. So it's 150 inches for the bottom layer. And now we are going to do the gathering stitches. So this is the second layer, and we are going to get the half of it. This, I have a pin, so I'm going to pin the halfway through, so that I'm going to gather the stitches up to this point from this side, and then on the other side as well, so that it will be easier because this is very long. We are going to pull the bottom thread. All right, so we start pulling the bottom thread like this until we reach the pin, which I put halfway through, and then we'll do it on the other side halfway through until they meet. Okay, so this is one side. I have reached that pin there. Now we are going to gather this side also. We are going to look for the bottom thread. This is the one, the bottom thread. Now we are going to start gathering the stitches until we reach that pin as well, so that they will meet. All right, so we are going to do this. This is the top layer, this is the middle layer, and it should fit into the width of this, which is 45 inches. So this should also be 45 inches in width. And then we are going to pin them together and stitch together. We are going to the wrong side and pin them together on the wrong side. It will be right sides together like this. Okay, we are going to pin like this. So we'll start pinning. This is the one that we made, and we are going to check on the other side. Okay, that's it. But we are going to stitch the raw edges with a zigzag because it's already fraying. To stitch length. Okay. This is for the garter, and I made it into at least 1.5 inches, and because my garter is about 0.75 inch, and then I stitch it here at the top so that it will have an accent later on when the garter is already there. Hello, I have here a pink Chanel fabric, Chanel-like fabric, look, and it's in light pink. And I'm going to cut this and sew it into a skirt for me, and it will be a maxi skirt, but I'm going to adapt the design of classic Chanel. So let's see how it will turn out. Now we are going to draw the skirt that I plan to make. Now I just want to make it easy to sew because I don't have time to study so complicated cut. Okay, but I just want to incorporate the basic, the classic, iconic Chanel skirt and elements, the Chanel elements. Okay, so I'm going to put here that flap. You know, they always put that with the pearl button and gold gold and pearl button like that, I think. Yes. And then this will be pleated. All right, like that. It will be pleated, and then I'm just going to use a wide garter here. So like that. All right, so let's start cutting. So these are the pieces for my skirt. This is the top portion, and then the bottom portion I cut 2 pieces because it will be pleated. So let's start sewing. So I need to edge the raw edges, not just zigzag, because they are fraying a lot, the edges. So let's do that. This is for the top part, and I have already stitched that raw edge there to avoid fraying, stop the fraying. And then I'm going to make a French seam at the side because that is the best remedy for this fabric. So we're going to do the French seam. Now I have sewn the right sides there. Now I'm going to sew it here so that that will close. I'm going to do the garter tunnel already because this is fraying a lot, so I have to stitch that already, that edge, that raw edge. So we're going to do it. We're nearing the end of this garter tunnel, so don't forget to leave out an opening for the garter. This is for the bottom part, and I have stitched the raw edges. This is for the top portion of the skirting. This will be for the bottom. And now we are going to do the pleating. Okay, so I'm going to do the pleating directly on the sewing machine. And these pieces are for the 4 pocket flaps, and I'm going to sew all around except that part and attach it to the skirt, then with the pearl bottom. So I have pinned the 2 pieces together, the top and the bottom. Now I need to insert those tiny flaps. So I inserted them as well. There. Oh my gosh, let's see how it will look like after we have stitched the whole thing. So I am done attaching the two pieces together, the top and the bottom. Now we are going to see how it looks like. My gosh, this skirt is just super thick and heavy because of the fabric. Now I'm going to put in garter here, a wide garter, and look at that flap there. It got caught up and now it's wonky, but hi, it's all right because it's so hard to rip the seam here because you can hardly see the pink thread. It's the same as the fabric, exactly the same, so it's all right. Now we are going to put in the garter and hem this. Now we're going to do the hemming. We're going to hem like this and then like that because I want a wide hem. Wide hem is more formal than the very thin one.